So the next portion of the program will be open for, well, actually, we have people that are going to be coming up here reciting poetry. We're going to first start off with an alumni from Maryville College. Miss Onyeka Nonye, could you please come up? She'll be reciting a piece.
I didn't know I was going first. Anyways. All right. So for those people who don't know, I'm from Nigeria, born and raised, and I just came here for college. And so being in the midst of a lot of the tensions and seeing things has just sparked a lot in my mind and in my head over the past 4 or 5 years. So this is titled Nobody Knows. Nobody knows the troubles I've seen. Nobody knows but Jesus. No, nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Glory, hallelujah. Nobody knows the troubles I've seen with my eyes, but more importantly, in my head. See, even if I shut my eyes tight enough, my mind will keep running a marathon in the style of a sprint, such that when I run around the bends of stereotypes and prejudice, I barely have enough strength to yell, "Stop! I can't breathe." Chokehold my imagination by pinning my history to the back of a vintage closet door, so that you can imagine my age-old beauty from the outside, reflect your ideas upon me, but forget that I reach my full potential when I'm opened up. I might not be the brightest color in the box of crayons or used as frequently, so I guess I understand why I might remind you of things like the bark of a tree or dirt. Easy to sweep up, but hard to forget, because I live a big enough stain just to remind you, if you ever were to forget, that your destiny is tied up with mine. I repeat, your destiny is tied up with mine by strings too intricate to define and not so connected it reminds me of a mathematical theory, the knot theory. See, unlike a regular knot that has loose ends, these knots are made up of a closed loop, and the complication is in trying to decipher what makes two similar knots equal. Your destiny is tied up to mine, just like the circles that make up the Olympic ring. Red and yellow, black and white, they are precious in His sight. Jesus loves. Love. A weapon so underrated that we forget how powerful it is. See, love turns a handshake into a peace agreement. Love turns anger and hate into a desire to create positive change. Now, I know I'm not in the best position to talk about love. Yes, I may sound bitter and upset sometimes, scratch that most times. But those feelings are hard to bottle up without exploding. It's just like shoving a pack of Mentos into a Coke bottle, but I'm learning. Love. Jesus loves. MLK loved, and in his famous I Have a Dream speech, he says, "In the process of gaining our rightful place, we must not be guilty of wrongful deeds. Let us not seek to satisfy our thirst for freedom by drinking from the cup of bitterness and hatred. The marvelous new militancy which has engulfed the Negro community must not lead us to a distrust of all white people. For many of our white brothers, as evidenced by their presence here today, have come to realize that their destiny is tied up with our destiny. I repeat, their destiny is tied up with our destiny. So, if no one knows the trouble I've seen, I'll start today to tell it. But you must promise to love me enough to want to hear it and do something about it. So when it's all said and done, I can sing, someone now knows the troubles I've seen. Someone knows I've shared it. Someone now knows the troubles I've seen. Lord,